Get these light filtering shades for a $19.99 value after.
Many questions swirling around the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, missing for 11 days now. We break down what's next with those photos of a possible suspect. And a student speaking out after police tackle him during a walkout protest against ICE.
Live from Chicago, this is Fox 32 News at 9.
Good evening, I'm Dawn Hasbrook. Scott is off for tonight. Tonight, a mother and her son are speaking out after she says her 15-year-old was tackled by Aurora police during a peaceful walkout on Monday. She says the teen had to be rushed to the hospital. Leslie Moreno joins us now in studio with how everything unfolded. Leslie.
Hey, Dawn, yeah, the family says this was a very traumatizing experience for all of them. The teen's mother says her son was peacefully protesting, as were hundreds of other students, when he was tackled for no reason. Take a look at the video there. Family says 15-year-old Juviel Perez Soto, an East Aurora High School student, was tackled by police and had to be rushed to the hospital, where he was treated for bruises and head injuries. Aurora police say officers were responding to multiple coordinated walkouts involving about 1,500 students across the city. They say some students moved into traffic, blocked vehicles, and fights broke out, creating unsafe conditions. Aurora police say 3 students were arrested and charged with offenses including obstructing and resisting officers. One of the teens is also accused of punching an officer in the head. Tonight we spoke to one of those teens who's being charged. He shares his side of the story.
In that moment, he was grabbing me by my sweater and he spun me around. Then some random officers tried to they came out of nowhere and just tackled me to the ground. They were putting all their weight on me and I couldn't breathe. I told them get off me because I couldn't breathe at all. I couldn't breathe. I just woke up, and then they grabbed me. They put me back in the back of the van.
Students and community members gathered once again Tuesday night, this time outside the Aurora Police Department, demanding all charges against the 3 teens be dropped. They're also calling for accountability from police.
Now, Leslie, this isn't the only place where we've seen this kind of immigration action spark action, right?
Yeah, we're also seeing it in Little Village. Residents there are taking matters into their own hands, patrolling the streets and warning neighbors when federal agents are nearby. They're known as the icebreakers. Take a look. Known as the icebreakers.
I would just hear the whistles and the screaming, and I didn't want to stay inside.
A group of volunteers that patrols the streets of Little Village, tracking down ICE agents.
I mean, they pointed guns at me. They pointed the pepper spray at me.
Ella Bueno is a full-time college student who volunteers several days a week.
I actually have class today, but I wanted to get in an hour of patrolling.
First stop, Sacramento and 31st.
What they do is they park there, and they put a van, and the van is the one that takes the people to Broadview.
They check spots agents are known to frequent.
This is where Alex and I found them.
Hidden parking lots.
So we check here, the back. It's also a staging area.
Shopping centers.
We started seeing FBI agents. We got one guy here.
The peeps.
And tips from residents.
Yeah, they spotted them on Garfield.
They look at a few things: the vehicle, the plates, the driver.
Like any out-of-state plate, we automatically know.
Right, they're always suspicious.
Sometimes they come up empty.
I don't think it's them.
Other times the encounters are intense.
Here!
Like this one in December, when they spotted federal agents outside the Menards along Cicero Avenue.
Don't be dangerous. We're not being dangerous at all. You guys were being dangerous.
When agents are spotted, the whistles echo down the streets, letting families know to get inside and lock their doors.
Little Village is very well protected. So if they come, we'll right away, we'll activate everybody, and then we'll box them in.
Then alerts go out to other icebreakers, who then alert community members through various social media platforms. But if ICE agents present a signed warrant, they step back.
We are not impeding an investigation because they're catching people on the street, and like, let's say they do have a warrant and they show us the warrant, then we back off.
Baltasar Enriquez leads the Little Village Community Council and founded the Icebreakers. He says the alert system idea came from his own childhood when a simple whistle warned friends police were nearby.
We did this because they're not going after criminals. They're going after innocent people that is selling tamales, waiting for the bus, taking their kids to school.
Icebreakers started with a few adults. Soon their children took over.
They started telling their neighbors, their family members, even their children, hey, go help out the community council because they're patrolling. And that's how I got these young people to start patrolling with us because of their parents. Their parents had advised them, hey, there's a patrol team out there, and if you want to go help them out, you know, it's okay.
Like 19-year-old Alexander Garduño.
Every single day I woke up at 5 a.m. and patrol.
Fear in his own home pushed him to take action.
They worry about going out, especially my stepdad.
He's had several violent encounters with ICE.
I already been threatened by them, tear gas by them.
The operation is fully funded by the Community Council. Nearly 200 volunteers. Many the children of immigrant parents working around the clock.
Who's this guy?
They don't just patrol, they connect families with legal help.
Law firms that we're working with are doing it pro bono.
And provide food, clothing, and other resources.
It's grassroots. We get donations, or some people just put their money out of their pockets just to keep the community safe.
Baltasar says their alert system has prevented dozens of families from being separated.
Families have been separated, and the effect that it does is very, very traumatic when the children are asking for their dad and their mom.
For him, it's personal. He came to the U.S. under Ronald Reagan's amnesty and remembers the raids of the 80s.
And I wouldn't want another kid to experience what I experienced.
Still, the effort comes with risk.
It's kind of like an obligation to my community, a moral obligation.
A risk they're willing to take.
God allows me to keep doing this. I'm just going to keep doing it.
I would do it 100 times over if it meant keeping my community safe.
They really are putting their lives at risk. So what training, if any, do these volunteers go through before they go out?
Yeah, as far as training, you know, you have to remember these are residents. They volunteer their own time, and it's really just making sure whoever is volunteering that they know just to be safe. Ever since the deadly shootings in Minnesota, they try to go in groups of at least 2 to 3. They make sure that they let everyone know where they are at all times, and really just making sure that you're talking to your volunteers about if you do run into these agents, you know, don't instigate, don't do anything that's going to cause a scene. Their whole goal is just to track them, to find them, and to alert the community.
Okay, so how effective is that warning system, those alerts? Do people feel safer? What have you heard just talking to residents?
Yeah, when we were out there shooting the story, I mean, these icebreakers, volunteers, everyone in Little Village, they know about them. And, you know, a lot of the parents started doing this themselves, and then they push their children to do this. And they admit that they know that, you know, this system and this operation isn't going to keep ICE agents out of their neighborhoods and their communities, but they do say that just knowing that someone is out there looking out for them, and when they hear those whistles and the honking, they know that these agents are in their community, and just knowing that they know that they're there just makes them feel safer.
All right, Leslie, thanks. And you can learn more about this by heading to foxchicago.com. Thank you. Other news are following. Several questions still swirling around the disappearance of the Nancy Guthrie case in Arizona. She's been missing more than a week. Amalia Roy has more on what investigators are focusing on now.
FBI agents spotted searching multiple roads near Nancy Guthrie's home in Arizona's Catalina foothills Wednesday morning. They're combing through thick desert terrain, hoping to find any evidence linked to a person seen on surveillance images captured on Guthrie's porch the morning she went missing.
The police can't be everywhere, but the public can be. So you want this video out there and as many eyes that can be on it as you can.
Those images already proving fruitful for investigators, with the Pima County Sheriff's Office saying they've received more than 4,000 calls in the last 24 hours. Police activity also ramping up, with authorities briefly detaining this man for questioning.
I was the one that pulled over at the traffic stop.
That man, a Tucson delivery driver, was later released without charges. The FBI director says all these developments mean the investigation is heading in the right direction.
We have made substantial progress in these last 36, 48 hours thanks to the technical capabilities of the FBI and our partnerships.
Wednesday, TMZ also reported receiving a new message from someone claiming to know the kidnapper's identity.
They're not saying they're the kidnappers. They're saying they know who the kidnapper is and will give that information up for 1 Bitcoin.
Since Nancy's disappearance, the Pima County Sheriff's Office says they've received nearly 18,000 calls. Officials say they're working closely with the FBI to follow up on all leads. In Tucson, Arizona, Amalia Roy, Fox Chicago.
Joining us now to discuss the investigation is Professor Christian J. Hammond from Northwestern University. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thanks for having me.
So you're an AI expert also in computer science. So I just wanted to ask you, first of all, we've all seen the video now of that suspect from the camera, though, in front of Nancy's house. So first of all, what stands out for you?
Well, I think the striking thing is that, it's the images are bad. Mm-hmm. There are some things we can glean from them. But there might not be enough in the way of pure data to do a really good job of like facial recognition. But he moved.
Yeah.
And we have video of him moving, which means that we can actually do gait detection, which is really just as good as facial recognition. It's just a variant of the technology of seeing a whole bunch of people walking, a whole bunch of faces, and learning how to recognize them. And but that is one of those are technologies that are of a suite. So crowdsourcing is what they're doing now. They can use the images to do some search on image databases, to potentially do search on the video cameras of other people in the neighborhood, or CCT cameras. So all of these things now are in play because they've got this extra data that allows them to do this unbelievably powerful search with the technology and with the people involved.
We're running out of time, but that sounds so complicated, but could it also be so simple in that someone could just recognize his gait from that video?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what they're looking for. That's why they released the video. Mm-hmm. If you can see somebody walking the way you see someone walking, and that they are willing to do untoward things, suddenly you have a possibility. So it's the gate and it's the gate, crowdsourcing, and the technology. All of those things can come together to actually get a really powerful set of techniques.
That's really interesting. All right, Dr. Christian Hammond, thank you so much. We'll be talking to you more, I'm sure, in the coming days.
No, thanks for having me again.
Thank you. Love is in the air. A new exhibit is opening in Chinatown that tells a love story through letters. A look at the touching words.
And I'm tracking temperatures that are warming into the 50s this weekend, but we could make a run at 60 next week. Those details coming up.
Chief Meteorologist Emily Walls is joining us now. You know what I've noticed? Much of the snow, the nasty, dirty snow, is gone.
Yeah, that's right. So we've had so much melting over the last couple of days, and that's just going to continue. There's not a ton of snow left out there, except for the big snow piles that you see in a lot of the parking lots and things like that.
And cars are cleaner, Emily.
They are.
Including yours, probably.
And finally, including mine. I do have to say that the car wash lines have been a little outrageous over the last couple of days, but all of us are trying to make up for lost time now.
We are.
All right, let's take a check of your 5-day forecast here. We are looking at upper 30s to low 40s tomorrow, and then upper 40s to near 50 degrees expected Friday and Saturday. Over the weekend, it continues to get a little bit warmer. And then I think we're right around 53 degrees for your high on Monday. And then looking beyond Monday, so this is your temperature outlook from Tuesday through Saturday of next week. And this darker shade of red that you're seeing showing up here now, that's representing an 80 to 90% probability of seeing above average conditions. So we're going to make a run at 60, I think, by Wednesday of next week. Futurecast taking us throughout tonight. We have high pressure that's sinking off toward the south. So that's going to allow at least a little bit more in the way of cloud cover to try to work its way in for tomorrow morning. But then after that, we're going to clear things back out. We'll end up seeing some sunshine. Temperatures tomorrow looking really good. We're going to be in the upper 30s to near 40 degrees. And then going into Friday, you see that southerly wind? So that's going to be drawing up that warmer air mass out of the south, boosting temperatures to right around 50 degrees during the afternoon. For Valentine's Day on Saturday, things look great. 50 degrees for the high, partly cloudy skies. On Sunday, 51, and we're expected to be in the low to mid 50s by Monday and Tuesday. Joni.
Emily, love is in the air this Valentine's Day. We're sharing with you the story of two people told through their letters at a new exhibit. You're going to hear the words that are almost too shy to express. That's coming up.
Dells.com.
A love story is unfolding on paper in Chinatown. It is told through intimate love letters exchanged between two community leaders. And Joni Lum is here with their romantic correspondence. Joni.
Hi, Dawn. They were married more than 50 years. They were leaders in Chinatown, but they were young once, and they wrote passionate love letters that are now on display. The Chinese American Museum of Chicago named the collection All My Love because that's how Bernie and Albert Wong signed their love letters. They were college students in the 1960s, corresponding over the miles that separated them. They shared a longing and both wanted to serve their community. Bernie started the Chinese American Service League, the Midwest's largest social service agency. Albert was an educator and businessman. They are well known in Chicago. But what wasn't known is how their young love developed over the course of 300 letters donated to the museum after their death. Their daughter, Jacinta Wong, read the letters for the first time tonight as the exhibit was being put together.
They were in Mom's closet, and she would pull them out when she was ill, when she was going through her cancer treatments. So I knew they existed. I just have never read them before. I think that it's important for people to really get a good idea of, what Chinese immigration and love looked like back at the time. They always were very, clear that they were a staunch couple, but, the romantic side of it doesn't really, relate when you're their child.
Yeah. Well, these letters are rare and revealing because, older Chinese generations, they do not speak of romantic love. Okay. But Bernie and Albert, they let that love spill into their careers, into their community. The exhibit is going to be open this weekend.
It's really something because you just don't hear about love letters anymore. We talk about our love via text message nowadays.
And think how intentional that is. If you decide you're going to write somebody, you better say it right, too.
And that's really something that she didn't read it until it was being put on display.
She didn't. She just handed them over, and it was very emotional.
And I'm sure it connects her back to her parents. Yeah, for sure, obviously.
We all wish we could see our parents young.
And I wish I could read their love letters. Mm-hmm. They were long distance for a while, so I'm going to ask them. It's really inspiring, though. I wish we could all get back to that.
Yeah.
Thanks,
be good.
Joni. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Keep it right here. One final check of the forecast is ahead. And Fox 32 wants to highlight famous Chicagoans during Black History Month. Today, it's musician Nat King Cole. Born in 1919, his family moved to Chicago early in his childhood. He grew up in the Bronzeville neighborhood, went to Wendell Phillips Academy High School. Cole gained musical fame in jazz and other genres. He died in 1965. We'll be back.
said.
A final check of your 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, skies become partly cloudy, 39 degrees for your high. Lots of sunshine on Friday, but temperatures, that's the bigger weather story. We're looking at upper 40s, low 50s for the end of this week. Valentine's Day near 50. And then if you look all the way to Wednesday of next week,
I'm looking.
We have a shot at 60.
A shot.
Yeah.
We'll take that shot. Thanks for watching the news at 9. Now you can catch us anytime on your smart TV. Just search Fox Local on your preferred streaming platform. Always wake up with Good Day Chicago. Tomorrow morning starting at 4:30. We'll see you tomorrow at 5 and 9. Good night.